All right, everyone. So we're reading an update here from Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass. We are told several within the company strongly dislike the 3-hour SmackDown format, as those sources feel like the quality of the show has dipped in the last 2 months. Prior to the expansion, there was optimism and belief that some underutilized talent would be able to shine, considering the extra hour. However, that has not come to fruition as of yet. SmackDown is still scheduled to return to 2 hours come this June. So we've been warning about this for for WWE for quite some time. We warned about it when we were talking about Raw. We warned about it when we were talking about doing these two pay-per-view events, so a Saturday and a Sunday, a 2-day pay-per-view. And the reason for that is twofold. The first thing is that right now they have a plethora of talent, so you feel like you could fill up a lot of time. When you don't have that level of talent, which is just bound to happen at some point, well, now you have to fill up 2 days with people who probably shouldn't have those matches and they're not as good of feuds. And when you go back to one day, it looks like you're kind of saying, hey, our product isn't as good as it once was. That was one of our points. And the second thing to keep in mind when we're talking about a 3 hour thing is that 3 hours does give you more of a chance to give people, a look at some of these underutilized talent. There's no question about that. But the problem is that when somebody's watching SmackDown or a Raw, they can kind of sense how, okay, they're just gonna let's put this filler match in here, filler match in there, and you're actually doing a disservice to the people you're giving airtime to. Because you're giving them airtime, but it's airtime that people don't actually want to see. Right. This is airtime that people are like, I just want to get to the main event. I would rather watch 2 hours of great wrestling than have 3 hours. And in between, we have to deal with kind of more filler segments and stuff like that. People don't want that. The way you get underutilized talent to kind of shine and be able to thrive is less about trying to force them down the audience's throat through giving them TV time and extending the time of Raws and SmackDowns, and instead just picking your spots, right? So you can continue to let them battle it out or whatever for a chance, but give them a good feud to have. Have them involved in a bigger feud. Take a little bit of a risk so that they're actually a part of something that people care about, because it's not fair to just throw out some of these wrestlers and to say, go have this match, when people are, here's this great opening segment, and then let's have two straight segments of kind of filler matches. It's not fair to them to try to make that exciting. The fans don't want to see it. I'm excited to see a 2 hour schedule. And the reason for that is, I mean, it's going to be a little bit easier for us to cover some of these things, not having to wait till way late in the night to cover them. But on top of that, I just feel like these things drag on a little bit. I'm really interested to see what happens in the main event. I'm really interested in that opening segment. But those middle areas, you have one or two segments a day or a week where you're just like, yeah, it could have been better, and that filler, I don't think needs to be there. You could still give underutilized talent a chance without having a whole extra hour of time. So thank you all for watching.